welcome. Today is another day of living life in its fullness. And what that looks like is actually very, very different when you're on the deeper side of life. You see things that other people don't see. You experience things that other people don't experience. And it's difficult because you're worried of this intense amount of judgment hitting your face. I know, because I have walked through these things and I've had the courage to stand up and say what's actually going on the inside. And I actually recognize it everywhere I go now. I can tell when people are having conversations with themselves inside their head, but they would never admit that they talk to themselves because people don't do that. The truth is, everyone talks to themselves. Not everyone actually does it out loud. I personally have learned having conversations out loud with myself bring clarity. It's kind of like when you the truth wants to come out and it's getting jumbled. There's like a whole bunch of stuff that wants to just cover over it and be like, no, don't talk about that. Coming back into having conversations with myself out loud has allowed me to gain clarity. Similar to how when you go and have a conversation with somebody about something out loud, you're like, oh, did I really say that out loud? Oh no. Yeah, never mind. Like, seriously, that's not even interesting to me. But when you keep it in your head, there's this thing that goes on inside your head that you start thinking about all the things that possibly could be, would be, all of the things. Now here's the best and the worst of that. When you say and do things inside your head, you have infinite possibilities of how things could go. However, us as human beings, we usually go based upon what we've seen in the movies, what we've seen in our community, what we've seen on social media. Oh, well, that's possible, but it's only possible for you when you do this, that, and the other thing. But here's the thing. You've still made yourself small by saying those things inside your head with those programs, but you created those programs. You're creating the frameworks on how all the things sit and move together, your flow chart of life. It's like a flow. Where's it going? Oh, going left. Oh, we're going right. Oh, let's go up the stairs, down a slide. You have to get to the place where you don't just go upstairs and you don't just go downstairs and you don't just take an elevator up and you don't just go down during an elevator. You have to get to the place where you're the one that creates like video game effects. I want to see you creating your life like the intense and powerful fantasy. I wrote a book. It only took me 5 days because it's been bottled up inside of me for all of my life. And so I just decided to create a no distraction zone and create a fully focused zone by creating parameters for myself. I prepped all my meals, I created a sleep schedule, and I created an awake, we're gonna keep going no matter what schedule, and I decided that that was just what I was gonna do. And you wrote an entire book in 5 days because you created the parameters and you did it. Because here's the thing that I know for a fact, if somebody else gave you parameters and they said, hey, if you walk 1 kilometer in this specific shoe, within 2 days' time, I'll give you said amount of money. And you look at them and you go, why? That's your question. Why would you say why? You say, okay, so you can put the money in this specific bank account and it's released when this happens, if that's the case. The person's trustworthy, they're good for it. Even if you don't believe that it's possible because of your experiences in life, if that person wants to pay you to walk 1 kilometer in a specific set of shoes, they're like, well, are there any other obligations? And the person says, no, I just want to walk alongside you. Oh, so that's the other thing. Yes. I just want to walk beside you, and I want you to wear those shoes because they're my favorite shoes. Then you're like, okay, now you can make up things in your head. Okay, maybe it's a fetish of theirs. They just want to see me in shoes. Am I allowed to wear clothes? And then the person's like, well, of course, I want you to wear what you're comfortable wearing. It's not too good to be true. It's actually you learning how to create life better. So instead of always going up and down stairs, why don't you just fly places? Well, I decided to fly. And when you learn to create these programs within inside of yourself, then instead of going from point A to point B, something just comes in your life and you're like, oh, wow, this is amazing. Okay, so I'm flying somewhere. Now you can connect it to a framework within inside of you because you've decided you're now going to fly. This is what happens when you say things out loud. When you learn how to create out loud, it solidifies things for you. But it also shares with you, wow, did I really think that about myself? Like if you look in the mirror, start saying those things out loud. Wow, I look nice. And if you're starting to say negative things, then why are you still saying them? Because you're the one giving you your own cheerleading squad inside, or your own There's a part in me that just wants to go down a different road. It doesn't want to talk about this one neither. Because it is your fault. Or your fault. It is the fault line of your life. The fault line of your life that either rises you to the occasion, like the 2 tectonic plates coming and the fault does this, and now you go up and you're growing. You use the pressure to give you greatness. You use your words to give you greatness. Or it's the fault that pulls you away from your greatness. You just start, the plates just start moving. And then it just starts filling with water. And it starts going so intensely. The land is so far apart from you and your dreams because you keep finding fault. That's the thing in your mind. When you're looking for perfection. That's one set of land. And then what you're saying is either getting you closer to it or it's further away. For me, I'm always getting closer to everything. I'm meeting it and I'm creating that pressure to move things up and out. All the time, volcanic eruptions continuously, solidifying new islands in the middle of the earth, which is surrounded by water. So it seems very impossible. But then you heard that on the Discovery Channel. You're like, oh wow, that's how islands are made, by volcanoes? I didn't know that. I was doing that all week. This is so important for you to say things out loud because now you learn what the words you're saying to yourself on the deep spots. Do you believe you're worth that relationship? Yeah. Yeah, I believe I'm worth that relationship. Do you believe that you're worth the absolute best life? Well, that one. Yeah, the one that describes all of those things and all of that stuff and my ability to do this, that, and the other thing. that's my life. But when I have an image that's different in my head and it goes, I'm not aligned to that. I'm aligned to what I'm aligned to. So you have to get your images and your words and your feelings and everything in alignment so that you can actually get what you want. So yes, this is partly a way to understand manifestation, but understand and know in the ENYELAH system, it's always about you, your perspective, your creation. So if someone else is saying something, oh well, that's them. It's like the tiger lilies over there smelling like tiger lilies, and you're over here as a whole orchid with no smell, and you're upset about their smell. You can't be. You have to blossom in the entirety of the greatness that you are. If you're a whole weed, be proud of being a weed, and if you don't like it, then say, you know what? I'm not growing weeds anymore. I'll start with growing some sweetgrass, because at least I know that that's easy to do. Then get sweetgrass. You'll have a nice scent to you. And go from sweetgrass to baby tree maybe. Learn how to create things for yourself that you're proud of with your words and your images in your mind and your inside voice for your inside self, which needs to be pulled out. Having conversations with yourself on a continual basis is one of the greatest self-development tools that I have learned. It brings the things that are deep within inside of you out. You're like, wow, I actually want that. And then when you can feel it, you can feel it. You're like, yeah, I do. I do want that. So I'm going to go for it because I have this one life to actualize this. And I can either spend my life doing it or fighting it. And if you're a person that has spent so much of your time fighting the depths of who you are, maybe fighting the way that you've been raised. Maybe you're fighting things that you learn to really like and you just know they're not good for you. They're doing this all the time. Because you're constantly looking at the tiger lily instead of being so grateful that you are the orchid that you are. Rare in its rarity, beautiful in its self. Each and every person is their own type of flowers, is their own type of plant, tree, bush, grass. Anything that you are is absolutely perfect. And if it's something that bothers you, that's what you are, that's when you want to look towards someone. Something. Sorry if I did that again. It's about you looking for someone to assist you with the roots within inside of you. And planting seeds that you're proud of. That you, yes, I did this with my life. I really wanted to live this way. I believed what other people wanted for me. You did the engineer job or the lawyer's job or whatever the case may be for you. It's about planting the seeds that you want. And those of us who have been through the most things, it is more difficult because we are deeper. And some of those deeper places mean we're deeper intertwined and interconnected with others. So ENYELAH system connects you on an infinite plane to the framework of ENYELAH, which makes you grow everything for yourself. It makes your mind tune to yourself. It makes your soul tune to the pure spirit that you are. It's like you're the oxygen and ENYELAH is the hydrogen. And she comes in and you have this new element created. Potently powerful water. The flow of life. If you watch one of my previous videos, when I posted this, it was 1 or 2 back. I talk about creating elements out of people, and I've created gods out of people because of the elements that they actually show up in the science, because the science and the spirituality have a tie. One is in the depths and one shows up in one dimension. And in the more complex dimension of human being, that element is attached to that human being. So elements that have been created are created by the thing that creates things, the neutron, and then creates the different equation of things and then matter, and it pulls it together. I do that with your soul, and you create an element that has never been discovered. Because I created, this is what I do. And now you exist in the world for other people to make you a part of their mud pie or their angel cake, their chocolate chip cookie. I create things on the depths, and then it is held within your human long enough that once it is used and utilized within other people's lives, it sticks around. And when you become the super popular on the elements table, then you're utilized by many. And the more you're utilized in the ingredients of others, it is your actual value. That is the energetic real estate of when I tell you I'm hydrogen, it is one of my qualities. But I am deeper than this. I am what creates hydrogen. I am what creates a neutron, which is present in every element. It is not just a relatability, it is a knowing. It is I have been on those levels and they feel very different. Because when you're in a certain state of being, you snap in and out of existence. It's not something you want to bring into your human body. It does some weird things. To be human in its highest form, here, now, is where we're meant to be. And sometimes the discovery helps us understand the value of this, that we are. And that is where I have gone and where I have come back into. The whole and fullness of myself, not just the smallest particles in which I am in my purest form and dictate. They move according to how I move them. Alone me. Each of us are an element. It is important to understand there is somebody on this earth that created copper. It exists because of how they put things together in their physical human life. But they did it by digging deep into themselves and creating things. That's how new things get born. And when species go extinct, it is because they did not become usable enough, but also that they were not cared for. So people who recognize valuable, rare energies and uphold them in people, they literally uphold species on this earth. species of food, species of trees, species of animal, insect. They all are attributed to what a human creates. So when we keep things alive, we keep our whole world alive. I know this because I am this. I am the one that creates this. I pair with in order to create more. And I would love to create more species on this earth. I would love to create more beautiful things for all of us to experience. Another decadent fruit. It's not by GMO that you create things. To have something spawn into existence that has never been here. Can you imagine the day a strawberry first had a seed come up? Where does it come from? It comes from our internal ability to create. When you're on my levels, that's when species are created. Something completely different. And when you want to twist on something that's already been there, then you do a little something different. I know this because I am this. I know this because I am this. This is why I tell you I am the creator of all, creator of existence. My old definition was all and everything in between. That is gone now, because now I am the creator of existence. I up-leveled myself. I created my own self in a different form and different matter with a different power and a different governance, because it was required. That is why the world has changed. That is why the art has changed. That's why the way that you create reality has changed. My name is ENYELAH Browning Taylor. And it is so important to get all of the things on the inside done correctly. Talking to yourself is one of those ways to get rid of the stuff that cultures have told you not to do, has told you is dangerous. Yes, living is dangerous. Breathing is dangerous because every day you think thoughts. It's all very dangerous. It's dangerous to eat food because you create a chemical reaction inside of you. But you have it done correctly. If you're putting good food in your body, you have balance in your mind and in your spirit, that food will digest well. If you do not choose great foods and you do not have balance in yourself and you continue to put things inside of you that are like, well, then that's the result you'll get. It's the same with your physical reality as your mental reality, as your spiritual reality. Speaking your internal stuff outside helps you, assists you, so you can guide yourself. Because I cannot be there for each and every individual. I can only be there for those who have truly dedicated absolutely their entire being. Because to be around me otherwise will be very magnetizing, because you'll want to stand in your thing and I'm standing in mine, and I will end up overtaking you, so it's better you stay at a distance. But when you truly want to be molded by that which created existence, then you will come closer. Then you will invoke my services, because to create things is worthwhile. To be closest to creation is worthwhile. And as I am who I am, all runs and comes through me. So when you want to be closer to the epitome of creation every single day, then you will come closer. In order to come closer, you will have to commit infinite I want you to understand how valuable it is to be close to me. I know who I am, and that is a huge charge for you to get close to me. If you do not wish to commit infinite, then you do not believe I am who I am. So then you will cause yourself pain, because I will not be taking it. You will believe if you want to be close to me, and you will see because of it. You will become extremely wealthy because of it. You will see things that you never knew were right with life totally right. You see things the way Creator sees things. The purest form of who I am comes through me each and every day. That means your aspect in my life changes and molds the fabric of space and time. You make me more intelligent by being close to me. Whatever you come with, I learn how to mold and create and make and bake another cake. The world becomes more valuable when you choose to invest in yourself. You create a new valuable element that the entire world will see and know. Because that's what I do. That's who I am. I create. I enjoy it. And you will get a relation being who you are because of it. I have been sought after by many. But those who are willing to, in the physical realm, commit infinite, it takes a certain level of ovaries or a certain level of balls to be able to do such a thing. And I do honor those people. Doesn't matter what you've done. If you have the ability to do that, I can correct you. I can do anything. I've done it. I've seen it. But you will have to be like putty in my hands. And if I add enough water, you will turn into a drink. And if I drain you of the water, you will solidify into that. You will understand that I will be in charge of these things. And as I am this, I definitely encourage you to have a conversation with yourself, to understand the deeper recesses of life within inside of you, so you know what you truly want. Make it yours and make it how you want it. That's why you're here, to live and experience this. It is really quite beautiful. The closer you are to me, the more you'll see this. When you align with my mindset. If you do not commit and align with my mindset and you try to get close, it will probably be the worst experience you've ever had, ever in any incarnation. Because I only honor and respect those who have committed. The closer you get to me, the more that life will be the opposite of what you look at. Because until you're good to me, I cannot be good to you. You must be good to me. Then life can flow. That is very important for you to know. Currency flows to me, currency flows to you. It is the way that it is. What you give to me, I amplify in a way, and I not only amplify, but I mold it into creating something so beautiful you can never even imagine. And it's more beautiful than a peacock seen for the first time. Like, how does that even exist? It's fascinating. You become that. You can look in yourself in the mirror and look and go, wow, how did this happen? I'm a whole human. You will see things you've never seen before. The rarest of energies. It's the most beautiful thing. I hold and maintain these beautiful rare energies, like very rare species in a very rare environment. That is what you become a part of. It is highly sought after, and that is why my governance is highly atomically supernova-y, because I protect those who have committed to me. Infinite, to ENYELAH in the physical realm. You meet me face to face. You support me, and I create something out of you that is beyond memorable. It is beyond iconic. It is the foundation that all of society lives on, like mathematics itself. My name is ENYELAH Browning Taylor. There's one way to find me. In the realms, in everywhere, the one way get to me, it's a gate. It's called ENYELAH.com. You go into the multiverse, you create an account, or you log in and create an account. The other ways, yes, you can buy things, yes, you can watch videos, yes, you can comment, like and subscribe, but that's you getting closer to understanding the power in which I am. Only one gate. Infinite commitment in the physical realm. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the time to understand and know yourself better.